Oh, hello. Welcome to the Titcomb Family Travelogue. This week we're going to journey to central western England for our narrowboat canal trip, which will take us through 2 weeks of beautiful Wales and England. But before we take this trip, let me remind you that support for this program comes from your donations and contributions. So send your checks, your money, or your credit card numbers to Titcomb Travelogues, Post Office Box 1045, East Sandwich, Massachusetts, 02537. All contributions will be gratefully accepted. Thank you. Our trip is on the Llangollen Canal, as shown by this outline or map. We will be starting our trip at Wrenbury. We pick up an Alvechurch boat at that location, and then we head westward or southwest and then north to Whitchurch, Hillsmore, up to Chirk, over the Chirk Aqueduct, and then to another much longer aqueduct, about 3,000 feet long and 110 feet high, and finally to Llangollen in Wales. Then we will reverse our route, come back down to Wrenbury, and we will then we'll have our fuel checked, our tanks emptied, and our gas bottles checked, and then we will head to the east until we come to the Shropshire Canal, and then we'll go up to Chester. On this particular trip we hadn't planned on it, but we end up coming back down past the Llangollen Canal to a little village called Nantwich, where we spent a day traveling. All right, I believe that takes care of the preliminaries. So now let's get our hats and coats on and strike off on our adventure. See you in a short while. Off for the airport in Boston. There's Ed bringing one of the bags out.
Oh, here we are.
There. All right.
Well, I can't get this.
Oh, what?
Who's the young man? I haven't.
Oh no.
Oh, Jay, you got the signature.
Yeah.
Who has the tickets?
Oh, the tickets. Here we are. We're over at the Sagamore bus station waiting to go to the airport. Vicky's driven us over in Ed's car. And there's our luggage. All right. Yeah, we're waiting at Logan for our plane to board, which is in about 15 minutes. Everybody is excited to get on that plane. Anyone like to say hello? I can turn it on here.
Now, we're having breakfast on Saturday morning before getting the train.
Think of it.
Can you say anybody?
I can see you. And, there you are. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a great morning.
You're having fried eggs this morning, huh?
We're having fried eggs and tomato. Excuse me, it's tomatoes. Tomatoes.
Okay.
And fried bread.
Oh, fried bread. Okay. All right. Well, I think there's enough of that. Okay.
I can do it.
Wait. Okay, honey.
Okay.
All right, just quickly, this is a view outside of our window at our little bed and breakfast hotel. We're facing the back of the little. We're arriving in Wrenbury to get our boat.
Right, you want to keep that somewhere safe?
Yeah.
And
scribbled that out so you wouldn't.
Taxi cab.
That's
Hi.
Hi.
He's going to give us his phone number to call him in case we need him again. And
14.
yeah.
Oh, great, cheers. Oh.
All right.
You know something?
There we are. The folks are getting our bags taken over to store, and then we'll go have another view of the marina from the bridge side. Shooting across, and our boat is out in there somewhere, being prepared for us. Standing in front of the Dusty Miller, and he's ready to go for lunch. So am I. Oh shoot! There are the ladies over there. Little store where we're picking up a few provisions for breakfast. Just whatever we can carry back to the boat. And they're all set to go back to the boat. Get in there, Nancy. Oh, bells are coming from. That's it over there. And we'll swing over. And that's what's causing all the hubbub. And there's it. Head back to the boat. Skipper, he's been at the tiller for a grand total of less than 10 minutes, and we've had no collisions. No
Close, but no collision.
Yeah. Here we're going through our first stationary masonry work bridge. This is approximately 20 minutes after the captain took over at the helm for the first time. The crew was a little nervous in the beginning, but they're now beginning to settle down. Say that again, Nancy. There we are. Now this is this is this boat is about 65 feet long, but I can zoom in a little closer to him. Okay, we're still. It's Sunday morning, and we're starting through the Grindley locks. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Morning, Skipper. Now we've come up through 2 locks, and we're waiting to go through the 3rd lock.
And here comes the boat.
Waiting for the boat to come down. I'll show you. Right. Now we've got a boat coming through this lock. He's coming out. They've lowered it down, and we're waiting for this boat to come out of the lock. I think he's got a dog on board there. Let's check it out. Yes. There he is. I think the dog. Oh, the 2 dogs, and they're standing bow watch. He's coming out very carefully. And here they come out of the lock. They're going to leave it. They're leaving it open for us, and we can get in. Okay, go, Canal. To get on the other side to close the gate after Ed comes in. And Ed's coming in the lock now. Now you have to realize that this is a very touchy situation, because Ed is driving he's maneuvering a boat which is 69 feet long for locks that are designed for 70. All right, now here's the front end of the canal, of the lock, and Ed is bringing it in, making sure that he's cleared the rear from the lower gates. Now the girls are closing the gates, The paddles are already down, so they don't have to do anything else.
They put them down, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, so now.
Yeah, we'll have you right up there, Skipper. Come on, girl, move it. Geez, I think I record. Whoop. Now move it. They're opening up the locks. They're a little slow. They haven't really learned how to operate this very well. But they'll get the idea. All right, now they're opening up the girls are opening up the gates, I mean the paddles, and they're letting water come in. Our ship is rising in the log. You can see it come up. You got them fully open, ladies? Okay. All right, now crewman Titcomb over there is lowering her paddle in preparation for coming across the gate, and then they'll open the gate. Splendid, girls. And now we've come through the first 3 Gridley Brook locks. Now we're going to experience the stair step locks, which will be the last ones. Stair step lock, and Ed has brought the boat up 1 level. He's coming up to the second stair, and we'll let water out of the next lock up above it. Okay, now Ed and Dot are coming up through up to the top of the second level. Nancy's making sure that Ed is not bumped. There's Dot working real hard. Well, she's done. Ed is still coming up to the second level. And water is going down from the 3rd level and filling the 2nd level up. We've filled up the 2nd level and opened up the gates. Nancy and Dot are lowering the paddles, and Ed's coming into the 3rd stair step. Okay, and here he comes. Once he's in, the girls will shut the lock. Lower the paddles. The girls are smart. They already have lowered the paddles. Okay. Now they've got water coming into this 3rd level. You can see it bubbling up. There's a lot of it leaking around the gate. And Ed is rising. Open. They're swinging the gate open. Slowly but surely. And we've come out on the...
What more could you ask for? Beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, guys. Hi. Wonderful. Here they come. There's that hat. There you go. That's better. Ralph and Ed are taking turns at the tiller.
Not bad at all.
Enjoying our canals?
Oh, it's wonderful. We've been
Got a nice spot there for the night.
we've been planning for this for a year now. It's the first time.
Let's hope the sun stays with you.
I hope so.
Have a good day.
Red coated
Yeah.
whippoorwill. Yep. Oh my goodness, they've been picking wildflowers. There they are. They're... And here we go. Right up through the bridge. Front of the boat's in it already. Front of the boat is through it.
There's a wild fawn.
A wild what?
Fawn.
Huh. And there we go. We're passing a couple of boats here that are decorated on the top with flower pots. And
This is the main street in Ellesmere. We just come up from the boat, looking around. These are interesting shops. We're looking for the bakery. It's a little sprinkly this morning. Ralph and Ed checking out the local real estate, just considering a little investment in Ellesmere. Got down by the gift shop. We look around across.
Nancy?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to prove you here. And there we are. What do you want to...
It is first for you.
No.
A large tin, please.
Yeah, there we are. Pies? Yes, it is. Okay.
Turn the boats. Ed's a little annoyed at this gentleman here who's kind of blocking the way. Now this is what we like. Look at the flowers. So pretty.
That's a tight squeeze.
Coming out of Ellesmere, a tight corner in the marina with a little bit of help from a few people. Doing just great.
No, not bad at all. I know.
We've just moved out of Ellesmere Marina. We're headed down, going over to Clonglaughlin. That's Clonglaughlin. Dot and I are collecting wildflowers. This is our little bouquet on the front of our bow.
Moo. Moo. Moo.
Oh dear. Moose. A few cows standing, looking us over. Hi, Dot. We're pulling in here to get some water. Dot and all her few pounds pulling two-ton boat.
2-ton boat here.
With her friends over here, the girls watching. They all say she's doing a great job, right, girls? Moo. Okay, here we go. Sunshine. Pastoral. So right along the side.
You're going.
What?
You're going for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said we'll have them pull over.
Dot's going for a walk. I thought, well, now
No.
what, trying to get rid of me?
No, she can't go without me. This looks like a nice place.
For a walk. No,
No.
not today. Oh, I thought it was.
Whoops. We just found Mr. Bean's car hiding in the bushes here. Here they come. Dot and I are out for a walk. Pretty. Nice.
That's the old-fashioned rose. Smells. Oh, it smells wonderful.
I gotta find it.
Ah,
Do I have it?
beautiful.
Oh, there. Hawthorn tree. Very pretty, fragrant blossoms. A little bit of pink to it. We've seen mostly ducks, but here the guys are coming. They're just coming around the bend up here. There go the guys. Oh my goodness. We had a bunny rabbit hop across the lawn. What are we going to do?
Well, we'll find out.
Dot and I are lost. The towpath came to an end right over there. The guys have gone with the boat down the canal. We're here. I didn't bring our walkie-talkies. And doesn't seem to be a way to get there, but Dot's headed through this cow pasture. We'll see. Whoops, we got to climb this fence. There they are downstream, safe by the dell. Ah, there they are. Is that a good scene? Great. And
I think we might be able to get across this and get down again.
Back over!
You know, we could get right there.
Always got to back.
Okay.
butter and bread dessert ready to serve, and look at these beautiful flowers. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Great. And the collection of flowers is growing that we've collected. Beautiful.
Oh, my coffee?
Tea time and shirk.
All right, what do we got here?
We have.
Are you still
You're
filming?
still
Yes, we are.
yeah,
Bread
this-
and butter pudding.
Right now?
Yes, we are, right
Is
now.
that it?
Yes, local bread and butter pudding that we picked up at
Where?
the bakery, the delicatessen in Ellesmere.
Ellesmere. Right.
Ellesmere.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
Ellesmere.
was it Ellesmere? That
Uh-huh.
was this morning.
Yep.
So we've waited now to.
A lot of water has gone over the dam since this morning.
We've recovered from our adventure. And,
Are you still in it, Ralph? You're not?
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
here.
so we've just tied up, and I got full approval of my bow line knot.
Yeah. Tied up the bow correctly.
Thank you, sir. That's a compliment.
Nautically.
Okay.
And we're going to walk now. After we eat, we're going to walk to see the aqueduct.
Okay, I think we should stop with that. Okay, here we are. It's we've tied up for the night on the 24th of May, which is a Monday night. Aqueduct itself, and alongside of it is the railroad bridge. This is a view from at the aqueduct level down to the stream, and there's some sheep down there. Downstream through the aqueduct. Across the out at the sheep, you'll be able to see the you'll be able to see a little bit of light coming from the back end of the tunnel. Dot and Ed and Nancy are walking up to the entrance of it now. That doesn't seem to be too bad, and it seems to be straight through. Back to where our boat is, showing the railroad bridge and the Chick Aqueduct. The Chirk Aqueduct. All right, here we go. The captain is doing a great job at steering right up the channel here. I don't think he's even going to touch the sides.
I wonder if our little van is down there in the bushes stuck again.
And there's this. Now this aqueduct is approximately 60 feet above the ground below us, but this isn't this scary.
Or go to the other side. Oh, this is just like the tunnel
Okay.
above.
Yeah, Nancy, I can see clear as day.
Really? We're gonna bump again.
All right. It's the wall here. And swing up this way.
So do we have a red light on the back?
We
of
still
us?
have a ways to go.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so, honey.
how can the people behind us see us? Wonder why they sold those.
Okay, we're coming out of the tunnel, and I'm
Oh, shoot. I almost caught a rabbit, and then Ed distracted me, so I missed him. Okay, we're waiting to go into this bridge. There's one boat coming through, and we're down here waiting. And there's a fellow in back of us in a boat. He's from Maryland and has asked us to help him through. He's traveling alone, so we'll wait till he gets through with us and then lower it down. We have a pretty country. Here they come through. Very narrow. You can see a beautiful fuchsia bush up there, I think. Let me see if I can. It's their turn coming through the bridge now. Ed up with the bow line. Ralph at the tiller.
Where do you want me to go?
We have a car over here waiting. And
Looking cozy.
This is the way the line should be.
oh, you listen to Ed here. Speak up, Ed.
All right.
He found our bow line not neatly looped.
Okay, come on over.
So Ralph at the tiller back here. Great.
we'll pull in and wait for you until you get him throwing the bridge down.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Nancy is getting ready to put the lock back down. Okay. There. Done. Now where do I put it for standby? Right there.
We didn't make sure they ran it down, so we finally would not turn over at all.
Oh, I see.
We called last night, got a hold of Mike. Yeah. He came up this morning, got us straightened out. I did. Yes, he did. Yeah, it's all set. Okay.
I got him. Maybe I can.
Fine. We'll jump.
Okay, we're about to go over the aqueduct. Okay, here we
Awful drop
go.
down this side, man.
They say it's quite a drop, 120 feet. We were surprised when Gary said he had been over this.
Yeah, well, I am. This is like I am when I go to the edge of a mountain or something to look over. I take hold of something and look very carefully.
Yeah, and they said we might want to go inside if we have a fear of heights, but I don't think this is bad at all.
Oh, I don't have, as long as I'm in something I know I'm not going to jump off.
Okay, this side has the River Dee. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, Ralph, turn around when you get there.
There he is. Hey, Ralph, you're going to walk across?
Well, I'm going to walk for just a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's the River Dee, Ralph.
Isn't that something? It's a long ways down there.
Is
Not to slip over.
No.
is this the Poncio? What is this one?
You know,
Yes,
Ralph,
yes it is.
it's not as deep as I expected. I was thinking of something. Have you ever been on the road to the Sun Glacier
Yeah.
National Park? Oh, and I'll tell you, that's really looking down.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like
Makes it a little thin in that area, huh?
There's a gas plug in this. I'm not joking.
There's a what?
A plug.
to dry.
Oh yes.
And they shut it off at either end.
Oh.
And every so often they'll pull the plug out and all the water just flies down into the Dee. Where they
Really?
do the maintenance on it.
Oh.
That makes sense.
So does that close it for quite a while?
I would think.
Well, through the winter they normally do lock.
Trying to fix our refrigerator, so we're tied up here just briefly. He's found a fuse somewhere, and has the refrigerator all pulled out. And we'll be on our way soon, I hope. a great place. We emptied our refuge up here. You can get some postcards here. And just a little area, business area. This boat's heading into under the bridge. This is the way we will go for Llangollen. Rolling hills with buttercups and daisies. It's just beautiful.
It is, they say.
And we have sheep and cows and Dorothy.
Very good.
Hedgerows, and just lovely. Bright sunshine. Very pretty. Yeah. There's our captain and engineer right there. Okay, I'm turning around. I've got to get it off.
Picture's back.
I'm coming. Bridge with another boat. I see, that's the problem. The other side of the bridge, there's not much room to get through.
Cooking in here.
There's Dot in the kitchen. We're going to have our soup soon. We're cooking those carrots, our special purchase this morning. A parking place. A mile and a half to Llangollen. So imagine it'll be just like this all the way. We're still walking to Llangollen, and we are coming to Bridge 43.
You are right.
There's Dot leading. Oh, they had a strong current. So. Oh, look at these. And look at those. Pretty, pretty. Very pretty. They are just coming out of that bridge, 40, whatever it was. A pretty view up over the hills. And the flowers again. We've got to come down here and squeeze by this boat right here. Somehow squeeze in that space past one boat, two boats, three boats, four boats, five boats, and the third boat down there's a group of elderly people. They're taking an 84-year-old lady out for her last boat ride. She has lung cancer, and this is a bright sunny day that they're thrilled to have for her. At the mooring in Llangollen, we got the last mooring site. Feel pretty lucky. Got turned around down there. I wish I could have had the camera, but we're all pretty busy between manning the bow line and manning the stern line, and Dot got the pole. Beamed Ed, which didn't help a bit. Ed was at the helm. But we got turned around and we're up here and luckily got the last sight. So we now are all tied up. We've put in stakes. Do you see those stakes? Here and here, all carefully pounded and tied. And we're now going to turn it off, close up, and walk in town. Here's Dot all ready to go. Maybe later, huh? This is a pretty boat next to us. It's obviously a privately owned one and decorated all prettily with their flowers on top. And the decor they use of roses and castles that they paint with. Yes, Ralph?
I couldn't find the... Hey, it's Wednesday the 26th of May. We're in Llangollen, heading away up to Horseshoe Falls above Llangollen. And we're going to go up and take a look at the falls. No boats allowed up in here, but this is a source of water for the canal. I will. All right, there we're on our way up to Horseshoe Falls, but we stopped for a leisurely cup of coffee, and we're looking at the rapids on the River Dee.
Oh, I thought.
All right, no, that's it. That's fine. Yeah. Well, she did. She poured. I got her. Yes, all right. Thank you very much. Now, there we just finished our coffee in the little hotel, and now we're standing by the River Dee looking at parts of 3 bridges, if you can sort them out.
Got these flowers in the foreground.
Yes, I will, sweetheart. I wanted to be sure and get these flowers. Here we are. First of all, falls. Okay. Looks like we've got some gentlemen over there fishing. Now we'll see if they're catching anything. The edge of the falls, and they're able to. Oh, there, one went over. I got him, Nancy. I got him.
That's a fresh one.
Oh,
Oh, all right. And what did he say?
would you mind telling me that in Welsh?
You were just saying
Oh,
now,
no, we can't. How can I pronounce that in Welsh?
from Llangollen up now, you're in, that's where the beautiful of Wales is.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So walking up to Snowdon,
Oh, I
40, 50 miles.
From Llangollen upwards.
Yeah.
Betsacoed, oh, beautiful.
Well, we're going to Chester. Is that nice too?
Yes,
Yeah, but that's in England. Yeah.
It's England.
No way, we don't talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's not English, it's the Church of... Yeah. So there's a little gate here, we'll go out. The door's on the other side over there. And we'll walk through this cow pasture.
Yeah. I brought a tractor down.
Back in Cornwall has a trimaran on the sea, so this is rather different.
Oh, really? Is it a sail?
Yeah, sailing boat.
Oh, yeah.
I look quite lost enough.
Just having a little chat with the people in back of us. Tied up still in McLaughlin, waiting for Mike to come back with more parts. He's fixed our refrigerator, but we still don't have any power. Our engine's dead. It is 2 hours.
There to get back, because there's 20 minutes at the other end.
Okay, well, tickets, but I'm not sure. 2:30, we're going to take the train in McLaughlin. Ralph said it's water they're putting in. Is that right?
I say he's putting water in it. Now, I don't see the coal flag.
What do I hear?
I don't know.
Here, just turn the water off. And I jumped and tickled.
Stack was covered. So we figured, you
I'll
come
tell
back
you,
to get a battery.
Yeah, you know what maybe the next thing to do would be, we could check with him when we call him, but hey, go up and get a jump start. I don't know what he means, but I think they're fine.
Hello. Don't include me. No, absolutely. Thank you.
To you, not the girls, right? They're on the right side. Okay. Or are we both? There's the hotel we were at
There's
this
the
morning.
chain bridge, yeah.
Yep.
30. Where are you? Oh, there's the hat. There's that hat. Beautiful hat. Wonderful hat.
Ed, take your hat off. I don't think Nancy likes it.
Well, these are the ladies out for their afternoon. They stopped by the pub, and one of them just walked by us saying they just had, what was it, Dot? Oh,
Mince pie
mince
and-
pie and sherry. Sounds like our afternoon, doesn't it? And some others up here enjoying the afternoon. But instead, Ralph and Ed are in the phone booth trying to get in touch with our boat company, find out what their plans are to rescue us from this most delightful spot. Dot's out here waiting. She's got her grocery list ready.
Ready to go.
We're ready to get groceries. It's really a beautiful town, right on the River Dee. This is still Llangollen. We'll probably see what they find out about the boat, and we'll go Llangollen.
Llangollen today and cruise on down.
Oh my. Leaving Llangollen and hopefully on to Ellesmere. What a beautiful morning it is too. As you can see, we're going along a very narrow section of the canal. There's room for just one boat. And of course we hope there won't be another one coming our way, but it's fairly early and we doubt if there will be. There's the skipper back there at the tiller, taking full. Let's zoom in on him a little bit. There he goes.
Nobody's coming in this early.
No. Okay, we've got a boat here which I think we can easily get around. And you want to get on that side, honey?
What?
You want to get on that side just in case we have a problem?
Yeah.
What are you going to do if we have a problem?
I'm going to push off from them.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay, we're going, slipping right by him.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
That's a beauty. Isn't it lovely? Really? Oh, your friend is there with you?
It's a beautiful, beautiful morning out. These people are walking along the canal. It's now about 8:15. We are meeting one that's moving up the canal. He sure is going to be going slower than we are. Now let's see if we can pick him up going by us here. There we go. Got some flowers on the top. Good morning. And now, almost immediately after passing that boat, we come to a little drawbridge here that's evidently is left up most of the time. Very carefully, heads taking care from the helm, 70 feet back from where we are, and we're going through beautifully. Now let's take a look at Ed going past the bridge. There he is. Look at that, we didn't even touch a thing. He's through. Listen to them bleeping up on the side of the hill. They're quite a ways up. I'll see if I can get in a little closer. Cyclists out this morning. It's so peaceful riding along this canal. I'm sitting up on the bow, 70 feet ahead of Ed, enjoying the scenery and having a cup of coffee, which is sitting there ahead of me. There's little baby duck down there. Now we'll go through this, under this little bridge. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think we're going to bounce a little bit off the side. No, we're not. Bolton, they're taking their morning constitutional. We'll zoom up on them here a little. There they are. They're having a little more problem keeping ahead of the boat on the way down. With the current, we're moving just a little bit faster. But we're not going terribly fast. They're staying ahead of us, but not by much. Out from under a bridge. We just finished meeting a boat coming through this area. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze. I don't think we could pass each other in this area. So we had a little bit of a hold-up. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful scene ahead? All right, there's some of the countryside along us. We're going along the side of a hill here right now, as you can see. And oh, there's a golf course down there. Wonder if there's anyone playing. No, there's nobody on that hole. Or is that a hole? Just in the foreground from in front of the golf course. See now, there's Captain Ed over there. There's a car going by. Still floating along. We haven't come to the aqueduct yet, but we will for too terribly long. The rest stone bridge going across the canal. It's sort of like waterfalls in Norway. They're all over the place. And there's a shot of Ed in back of us. How many times have I taken it? A beautiful view here on our right, and there's a lovely view. We're passing a boat parked here, probably looking at the view also. Nice place to spend the night. Oh, there we are. Wanted to get a shot of these sheep on this beautiful field.
And I have been walking. Now we're back on board. We've just gotten the vegetables cut up for soup for lunch. And now we're out to see the sights from the aqueduct. Pretty neat. As long as they get on the other end, they realize we're coming, we're all set. There's a small bridge going over the river down there. So here I am. This is the side with the towpath. And that's the side with the drop-off. There's our captain going across the aqueduct. Full steam ahead at the tiller. Full charge. Look at that. Calm as a cucumber.
I am a native New Jerseyan. I work in Princeton. I live about 8 miles north. I'm an attorney for a bank in Princeton. So.
My granddaughter dates a young man from Medford that went to William and Mary.
Okay, I know William and Mary quite well, and I know Medford quite well. It's south of me. It's in the southern part of Jersey. And take care.
Okay, bye. We just met this young gentleman from New Jersey who was walking on the towpath on the right side, and there's no towpath on the right to get across the bridge, so we just let him on board, crossed him over, and well, we've just been called to duty. There's a lift bridge coming up. Okay, we're all through the bridge, leaving the bridge up for another boat going through. Those people are from Germany and Chester. Gardens. This goes right down to the edge of the canal. It's kind of vegetable patch and flowers, just beautiful. And this is their neighbors. Narrow strip coming right down to the water. Beautiful. A lot of discussion now about how to get us back and forth on board. Joke is at the wheel down here.
A little better. I was watching that side and I wasn't watching your side.
Bam!
I hope you didn't put that on film.
I did. Hi. Good morning. Look and see how lunch is coming. There's Dot back in the kitchen, cutting up. We kept vegetables all cut up this morning, our carrots and turnip and celery. And Dot's cutting a little finer, getting ready to put it in the pot. Here it's perking away. Let's open the lid, Dot.
Ah, it's always popping them right up and down. Coming.
Let's have a look at it. I can't see it. Who's ever seen a pot of soup before? Anyone?
No one.
Well, that's our special mix. Beautiful. Great.
It's not as thick as the other one, huh?
It isn't?
But it will be when we get all this in.
Yeah. Great. little bit of golf this morning. Look at that. Beautiful. Doing a little work along the canal here. Good morning. After mass confusion, the boat ahead of us was, whoops, I guess I better duck. Right! Where we spent the night 2 nights ago. The boats are all lined up here. There's a little grocery store down at the end there, off the road, or down off the towpath on the road. And I just thought I'd like to just go back here and take a picture of what happened the other night when we saw this sign, said the Banks, the Bridge Restaurant, or pub, or whatever it is down. You see that arrow on the bottom? And we thought that we could look through here. Dot in the lead, we saw this little path. There's the little path going through the woods, which looked like a reasonable shortcut to the road down there where the Bridge Restaurant is. So it's a little overgrown path, but again, you see the height. There's that building over there that kind of shows you we're up pretty high. And just about up here, there's this little chute that goes straight down. Dot and I got across, went over there, but Ralph went head over heels, Humpty Dumpty style, right down about 30 feet, only to be followed by Ed, who went on his bum all the way down. Not all the way, but he went down a ways as well, scaring all of us, or at least me, to death. So after we recouped, we continued on the path, which was more gradual over this way, and then which you can see in the distance. Amazingly enough, neither one of them. And we're about to go under the bridge. There's a little store over to our left there that we bought 4 carrots and an onion. Added those to our soup pot. Beautiful day still. People out sunning. Lovely day. Goodness, 21 where? 21 Chirk. Okay, that's Ed at the helm. Ring tree.
I'll zoom in on that. Where is it? Right
in there.
Right there? Yeah. Oh yes, I got it. The color doesn't show on this.
No, you can't tell. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Queen Anne's lace along the edge of the road. Lilac trees.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll try this. See if this works. Not well. No, but
that's enough. Dot and I walked along well this morning. This is his first break off the boat. He took his walkie-talkies, determined not to do what Dot and I did. Beautiful. Just spotted a boat coming around the bend. Plenty of room. Stranded up in the bushes here. Where is he? Whoops. There he is. We're trying to find a place to pick him up, but right now it looks pretty thick up there. There, he's in the clearing.
That's terrible.
You coming on?
Yeah, so as he can swing to the... Yes!
Come on, jump. Jump! 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 There, he made it.
You know what? I think
Turn this off.
Okay, all right. Foxglove.
Right here.
Just a minute.
That's it. No, I just wanted her to get a picture of it.
Sign Dot and I came to the day we ended up in the cow pasture. Towpath closed, and a map there that you can't really read. How did he know that was there, Dot? I don't get it. Jumped off at the bridge, trying for another walk.
I don't have my walkie-talkie, but that's all right.
You got off without your walkie-talkie?
Yes.
you're in trouble.
I'm getting on at this bridge down here.
You're in
That's great.
trouble. Look up there. Look at what do you suppose that is?
Monastery. No, I don't know.
Here they come. Beautiful.
I'm not comfortable around horses. I'm a little afraid of them, I guess.
Was the hawthorn, Dot?
Yeah, that's not Indian. That's what they call the hawthorn tree.
Hawthorn tree in full blossom. Isn't that
That's what our
pretty?
Camden friend.
So Ralph's going to walk a while, and then Dot and I are going to get off and walk
Such a
again.
beautiful day
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
That's what was my problem.
Oh, look at those cows. Isn't that pretty?
a picturesque scene? Oh,
Just beautiful.
Ed, forget it. Get down to the locks. Go down to the locks.
Hello, bossy
Down
girl.
to the lock.
Nose. And then we're going to walk for a while.
Now there are the two crank operators walking down to their next lock. Which is coming up shortly. Now let's just wait. Yeah, we got them. All right.
Decorating the bow of our sparrowhawk. Dot and I just came back from a walk. She looks very relaxed and refreshed. That's great, Dot. That's great.
And he said these other ones said, "Oh, you're
Look
fine."
at that beautiful
And
yellow
what-
iris.
But look, they are so itchy that
We're going by a whole big field of barley blowing in the breeze. It looks so silky. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh boy, this lens is very dirty now. Pretty little old bridge we're going to squeeze through with the flowers on either side. Oh, good job. Just slipped right through that bridge like nothing at all. Beautiful. Let's see if I can. Boy, we're the luckiest two women around. Look at that. Look at those handsome gentlemen. How about a smile? They're very serious. They're getting us to Ellesmere for...
It almost looks like a college over there, Ed. There is a college here at Ellesmere, I think. Yep.
Looking at a whole field of buttercups. Got a few words to say, Ed?
Not really. We're having a great time here, and we're about to come into Ellesmere to stay the night.
And are we going to wind or wind?
We are definitely going to wind around in the Ellesmere Reach, I think it's called.
Spelled wind and pronounced wind. Okay.
Well, that's if you're British or other. Swan says, I'm staying right where I am. You got it.
I wonder what they're doing. Oh, he's got a boat up here.
I know, but I think we're pretty close to Canal, so
Are we?
who's going to man the bow line?
Nancy and I guess, aren't we, Nancy?
Right, we're the bow
Yeah,
line.
bow line.
Right, we're in charge of the bow line. Ed's come up to pole us in case we get in trouble up here. But we've got Dot and Ned up front, and we're going to wind. Dot and Ed up on the bow, making sure we find our way into Ellesmere. Ellesmere is going to be our overnight stop.
Yes.
And we will, if we're too late, we won't be able to do it. We'll do it in the morning with laundry and buy groceries and go to the natural food store for some more oatmeal.
It's a jail up there.
A jail? What makes you think it's a jail?
The windows are all, no, it must be the different kind of windows.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a different kind of window. That looks like a jail to me.
Let's go in a little further and see.
Look at this dog. Don't you think it looks like its owners? Or its owners look like him? There are so many dogs.
You
I
wanna do
can't
it
believe
tonight?
it. Doggies. Two more dogs right in.
We made it up and back. Yes. Isn't that always a nice feeling?
Wasn't it beautiful up there?
We're not around.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to get off this boat.
Oh, you are. We'll go back in front of this one
Another
now.
dog.
What can I do with it?
Nothing.
We're turning around at the basin here with problems.
Nancy?
No. Gonna knock the building over, but that's all right. Ralph!
You did it real easily. What'd you say to
They're
that?
talking to him.
And this is what I said, that this is Ori and Gladys. But Gladys is wonderful. I'd be thrilled to death to be called Gladys because I had the greatest of respect. But it's the way she studies him and, well, he's a wonderful helpmate to me. Good, Laura.
How about right in front of?
Well, we made it around.
Yes, I think that. Careful if he doesn't move.
Oh, there's plenty of room.
I know, help him so he won't get hit.
Well, no, all he's got to do is put his... Well,
It's off, you say I'm not.
so the national, or the home guard.
The home guard.
The home guard
Ladies can't go in for the day, but they go in as of an evening.
Oh, my.
And it's much cheaper than the pubs in Chester.
Oh.
And the pubs in Chester too noisy and jukebox.
Really? Let some Yanks in there?
Of course they would.
Yeah, they
But
let
just tell
yeah.
them that you're off a boat and we've seen
Yeah,
the sign
yeah.
for Bass or whatever it is, the bit sign, and
Yeah.
we like that beer, would it okay
Yeah.
to come in, please? No, they might just say, well, put a couple of shillings.
In Ellesmere. This is right in the center of the town. See that plow up on the, that pretty? Night, we were in Ellesmere and we ate at the Black Lion Hotel. There's Dot in the doorway. We had a meal that was unbelievable. Ralph and Ed, what? Go ahead, that's okay.
Oh, it's not good.
Yep, fine, I gotcha. Ralph and Ed had lamb shoulder. It was 2 great big joints of lamb. Outrageous, but very. Never has been open. We've been by here. This is the 5th time we've gone by and never opened. Yeah, we're headed over to the bakery and the natural food store across the street. I don't think we're going to stop here, but look at the array of lamb in the window. We've just given a full accounting for the money we spent. £8
And 8 pounds and something.
and
I
2
got 32
pence.
cents.
There are wild rhododendrons all along our path, just opening up.
Down there, there's some kind of a fig tree, I would imagine they're growing.
Oh, it looks like an orchard someone's planted down in there. A little gray, but still nice. A little bright sky every once in a while. More rhododendrons. And birds, just hear the songs. More rhododendrons. I think when we came down through, they hadn't quite opened, and now we're on our way back. And they've had just enough more sun. How about that for a picture of Dot among the Queen Anne's lace? Probably she's going to start sneezing from all the pollen from it. But that is a picture. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful, Queen Anne.
Thanks, our model of the day. Oh, yellow iris along the edges of the canal in places. You can be sure you're going to run aground when you see this growing, because its roots have gone right out in the canal. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's a bow line, and Ed at the tiller, and a boat coming past them. We've walked about, I don't know, 2.5 miles or so. Pure pleasure.
Hello. Hi. There's Nancy's first turn at the tiller. She says they're ducks. Oh, there they are. What's the matter? All right. We're on. Yeah. Pretty straight, and Nancy's keeping it right down the middle. There she is.
I've got both men very, very nervous.
She's doing very well. She's been operating the throttle.
They've picked the only straight stretch in the whole canal to practice, which is very nice.
It's not perfectly straight.
I'm supposed to stand like this, Ed said.
Well, you don't have to, but you got it.
Oh, I like my cap on it.
All right, Dot and Nancy are down there cranking open the bridge. They're turning the crank, I think. Here we go. They're having a little trouble deciding on it. There they are. Now they're making it. Now let's see if they're going up. Yeah. No! Darn if I know. Wait a minute. There we are. Get the girls. Hi, girls. Oh. What? Oh, isn't it a pretty? All right, I'll get it. The only thing is, I'll probably go right past where Ed wants to go here. Oh, there we are. There's the pretty. Okay, now we're looking down at into our diesel engine compartment. You can hear it ringing away. On the right-hand top side, you can see the alternator for the diesel. Right under it is the alternator for the 24-volt system. One of the things that I have to do, and you can't see it now, but on top of that light-colored, right down there at the end of my finger, is the cap for the water. Once the diesel is closed or turned off, I have to check the water level and fill it up until it overflows, and then check the oil in the engine. In back of the diesel is the propeller area. Now that little hand screw that you see right down here provides grease to the propeller shaft. Every night when we finish our day, we turn that down one full turn to add some grease in. All right, the bolt that you see there, that box right here, is the propeller is right under it. We take that cover off and reach down, grab the propeller and turn it, and look at all 4 blades and feel them to make sure it's clear. Right there is the key that turns the ignition on. There's not much to it. There's an amp meter right in the center, and we just have to make sure that that's
either at 0 or slightly above. Usually in the morning when we turn it on, it goes way up. We turn the key on, and then we hold it to the right on and heat up the glow plugs in the diesel for 30 seconds and then turn it on to start the diesel. Here's the throttle. We pull it this way for forward and this way for reverse. Now to put it into gear, we push this out like this, and if I put that forward, the propeller would turn. All right, we just left the boat and we're walking into town to have our dinner. And this is the winding area, or whatever you want to. The winding area.
Like a breeze.
Okay, where we come in and try to get the boat as far up there as we can if we turn fast enough, and then we swing the rear end around and back and forth a little bit, and then forward.
Come out 180.
All right, folks. Hi, folks.
Can you see us?
Yep. We're now at the Red Lion in what church?
Typical tourist.
having our dinner. This is our second dinner here. We were here Sunday and wanted to come back. There.
Hey, look away. What are you doing?
It's the red light is on.
The red light's on.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what do you want?
I've taken it off now.
Would you say hi for the folks?
Okay, hold on then. Yeah, I'll put my finger back on.
Please.
Tell us your name.
Okay.
Your name. We can tell.
Okay, my name is Eugene.
Eugene?
Yeah, Eugene, you Americans say. Eugene when it's spelt by French. Eugen if it's German.
Really? Now, you live here in town?
No, I live a little way away. But I'm of Choctaw
You're what?
descent.
What did you say?
Do you want to say, I mean, I'm been speaking away, but...
Now turn it off because I want to get you on. All right, now I've got you on, and you're Eugene, and you're Carol, right? And do you eat here often?
Usually every Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really? And you knew what to order, didn't you? Well,
How about you mix it up?
have you ever had their nut loaf? No.
Oh my goodness, that's why we're back.
Sunday. That's why we came
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
No, it's only a Sunday.
All right, well, we'll say good night to you. Dot, this is your meal. Now, what are you having?
I'm having salmon with champagne sauce.
Champagne sauce. And Nancy?
Oh, here's my champagne sauce right there.
All right, you're having a salmon too, right? With chips. Ed, what are you having?
Chicken pot pie.
Okay, with mashed potatoes and
With
peas?
latticed.
Ed, I admire your choice.
This
I think that's a good choice because I think we're all having the same thing.
Right, that's
lettuce
good
is
enough.
latticed puff pastry on top.
Very
That's
nice.
latticed.
Very nice. Now, this is the...
How neatly this bow.
Stern line.
Oh, stern. I'm usually on the bow.
Yes.
Yeah, we should have...
Stern line is.
We should probably have a demonstration sometime on how that's done.
Yeah, do that again, Nancy.
Yes.
You're kidding.
Good, yeah.
Well, you can.
I'm going to try it then.
You don't like that? You put it.
Isn't it something?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Nancy.
Morning, Nancy.
Well, good morning there.
Breakfast fit for a king. Look at that. Oatmeal, mixed fruit, Dot's just passing over. Fresh rhubarb, fresh strawberries. Look at that oatmeal. And toast, little burnt on Ed's edges there. We found out this morning
That's
that
good.
doesn't that look good? Our toaster really has power today. We got that engine going in time. Look at that. Great.
Now,
This is a typical breakfast.
We have it every morning.
Every morning, oatmeal, fruit, toast, marmalade. Oh, we have our new marmalade this morning.
Ginger.
Rhubarb. Boy, we're into rhubarb.
okay, this is Saturday morning, the 29th of May. We've come out of Wrenbury into the canal, but is at the helm, and has everything in hand. Good morning, Skipper.
Good morning.
Whoop.
There we are. Let me ask you. Okay, that's what I needed to know. There's the entrance going up into Wrenbury. It just came out such that we couldn't make this curve. Okay, I'm going to have to stop for now. Oh, we say goodbye to Whitchurch. The bridge is down. The galley crew is back on board. And we're off. Off to Grinley Brook. Hey, we are approaching Grinley Brook stair-step locks. There's several boats evidently we'll pull in the air. Just to show you how far away we are from it. We'll back off here.
Hello, little ducks. Look at the ducks. Ducklings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, it's so heavy, Nancy.
Did it? We are coming into a lock. Yes, we have our cranks ready. Dot and I are going to hop off and close the gates on this and let the water out and drop Ed down.
Last of the stair-step locks, we're on the third lock down. We're opening up the gates. Can you get it? Oh, Nancy, put the ratchet on. Dot, put the ratchet on. You're going to kill yourselves. And you're going to kill somebody else. Whoops, I recorded that. I'd help you, but I'm running the camera. Dot's all done. Oops. All right, now we're going down. Ed is keeping the bow of the boat, or the stern of the boat really, away from the ledge on the back. So he has to keep this up fairly close. Yeah. I got, there we are. There we're coming down. This works pretty fast. The girls are opening the locks. Very good. Good job, well done. Out of the lock. Now we're leaving the lower lock of the staircase locks, and we're saying goodbye to a gentleman who was very kind to help us. But actually, he was in a big hurry.
Zoom in on it.
On Ed? Okay.
Good job, girls. Okay. Good job, crew.
Well, I guess this view speaks for itself. We're waiting on a boat coming up. Nancy's been up there helping a boat coming up. We had to wait a while on this one because the last boat that went up emptied the water, which he shouldn't have done. He knew this boat was coming, but he didn't. He should have let them empty the water. So here we are. Comes this one out. And we'll proceed to go in. Good morning.
Dot? Hey, Dot.
Yes, did you get up?
I like the other end of you, Dot.
Yes,
There she is, cleaning us up.
Like to have us go visit?
Llanfair y pwchyndig o gyrru chwndrwr fflant y silio gwgw goch. The end.
Yeah. Wonderful.
The longest place in the world.
Okay, we're back at Wrenbury. We have just had the boat serviced. We're starting on our second week. Trying to get out from all these boats. We're going to head down this way. I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Went to the Dusty Miller. Then Dot and I walked down the street to the little grocery store where she remembered us from our first visit. Sent her greetings to our two men.
Companions.
And we bought some local Shropshire blue cheese, which we'll try tonight. And then we had a wonderful tour of an ancient, well, it's a Church of England built in about 1200, he said, originally. The structure as you see it now was a 1500. In Wrenbury that Dot and I toured, St. Mary's? Wrong, that's St. Margaret's of Wrenbury. Oh, we're in luck. We don't have to do anything. The bridge is up. See the two dogs ahead on that boat?
Yeah, you want to.
It's a very pretty boat.
Thank you. That's a pretty boat.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very pretty.
Oh, man. That's quite an engine you've got in there.
Yeah, it's old.
It's old.
Okay, we're at a series of 4 locks, and that boat got wedged in. The lock is very, very narrow, and we're waiting just above this one. There, you can see. Now, let's go down there and take a look. It's very tight, as you can see. Now we'll walk over to the other one. The other side. And you can see it's very snug.
Barbridge, just leaving Barbridge where we moored overnight. Look who's greeting us. Wonderful. How many babies, Dot? 1, 2, 6. 6 little ones. Aren't they sweet? Morning. Is right across the brook here.
And watch out for the fishing.
You got a pocket?
Morning. Okay, we've come to this lock. We're going down. We've got to. It was empty.
Yeah, it's really...
No.
No. But it's filling very slowly.
I cannot hear.
It's filling very slowly.
We've tied up just below the locks. This is our first double lock where 2 boats are in together. Nice experienced couple there, so we felt confident. We've just pulled over and we're getting water, which comes in the hose to the front. The brick building up in the back that showed earlier is an old barn that they used for the horses along the canal. It's the first one we've seen like that with all the openings.
And Dot and Nancy are pulling us in. They're going to operate the locks.
We're out with our booties on.
Oh yes, waiting on a boat up here that is coming in, and now he's coming out of the lock. And we'll, yeah, go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, yeah, one of you can go.
Go down and open it.
Dot's going to go down and swing the other gate open for him. Yeah. There she goes. Captain Ed, yeah, I will. Captain Ed is patiently waiting for the boat to come out.
Prepare to get underway.
Aye, aye, sir. Now he's putting a little
speed to the forward. He's a little anxious to get to Beeston Castle.
The birds are just lovely through here.
And now we're going to move into this lock. These are nice and wide. They actually will fit two narrow boats alongside of each other. There's the overflow of excess water going downstream. Just standing by this gate, and hi Dot. And then across the lower gate, and we'll come back and man the other side. No, you couldn't.
Morning.
Morning. You're all doing very, very well.
Yeah, these are 2-tower wide.
Right now, the girls are going to close the locks. And they will make sure that the gates are down, the paddles are down, I'm sorry, which they are. Now I'm standing, our bow is within about 6 feet of the forward lock, and you can see down there, I'd say it's probably, I don't know, 10 feet, I'm guessing 10, 12 feet down. All right, now Dot is about ready to raise the paddle on her side. Nancy is going around to the other side and coming up.
Well, yeah.
Yep, you bet. Go ahead, Dot. And you can see the, no, we can't see it yet. Okay, Nancy, crank.
See the ratchet coming up?
Oh yes, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I'll check it out. There's the ratchet coming up. That indicates to you that the lock is, the paddles are opening up. Now you can see through the hole there a little bit. We're going down. I'm on the boat here, and there's the water rushing out the other side. Goodbye goes, oh, look at the horseman come down the road.
Dot. It's on.
Oh, there's a young lady on a horse crossing the bridge in front of us. Nice looking horse. Not a bad looking rider. There. Now the girls are taking a little break here. Dot is just checking out the equipment and making sure that it's all right. Once the water level's down, they'll swing the gates open and lower the paddles, and off we go. Ed is standing at the back there. You can see there's quite a bit of leakage coming in from that further panel. Checking that out. We got a little water. Has to be a little careful he doesn't get water in the rear end of the boat. But the most important thing is not to cut down on that. As you can see, there's a little ledge. It extends out 3 or 4 feet anyway from the gates, and we don't want to lower our rudder onto that. Otherwise, we'll probably be in debt forever. Hello, crew. There they are. Okay, yep.
Look at that. And there they go. They're pushing them open. And slowly but surely we see the other side. Ed is bringing our boat slowly out of the dock area, out of the lock. The girls are lowering the paddles, and then they'll close the gate.
American dollars? I don't know what he's talking.
See, that's a little under.
No, looks like American money.
That's quite a little
Under
under 10 pounds.
10 pounds. We're cruising along. The weather's improving. And yes, there he is. The great blue. Great. Look at that.
Oh, well, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe we do.
Said you don't live in Cape Cod, right?
No, we're on Cape Cod.
Cape Cod, oh.
Okay. What dorm were you in at Maine? Think.
You're really what you're asking for a lot.
I was in Kennebec Hall, I was in Valentine Hall, and I was somewhere else, Penobscot Hall.
Okay.
I moved days in Chester, but then we're headed over to Wales, and then back up to Scotland.
Oh. Okay, we're in Chester. We've just been to the visitor center, and we're going to do our own walking tour. Navy Club?
Yes, the Royal Naval Club, and it was recommended to us by a gentleman down at Ellesmere, who said it was the place to get a pint for free, or thereabout.
If you're a veteran.
If you're a vet, if you're a naval vet.
Will they let anybody else in with you?
No, no one else can come in, so I won't go.
Stopping for lunch on our walking tour in Chester. We have. It's warm. Pretty good. Thank you very much. Olaf's Church.
St. Olaf's 12th century church, dedicated to King Olaf of Norway. In Saxon's time, this area had a large Norse-Irish community.
This is the back of it. Grab that snicket there.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Straight up that snicket around the front door.
No wonder we couldn't find it.
Is that an active operation here? Or? Yes, yes. But, that is a cadet hut. It's got King George III's initials on the downspout, so really? Built in 1820. But our regiment, the Cheshire Regiment headquarters is behind there, and our museum is just around the corner there.
What? Your museum.
Now, is that Grosvenor Museum Army or National Guard?
Yes. Oh, yes, we
Your pensioners, so that we sell you a ticket, take 50 years off your life, and sell you a child's ticket for half price.
Great.
Oh, my.
Oh, we walk around.
Well, then we have to go around.
Yes. You mentioned quid. Quid is a pound?
Yes, it's just.
Okay. All right. I just, we've been over
Greenback's a dollar, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has several names for things.
I just could not, somebody mentioned quid.
No. It means all sorts of things,
get an explanation.
including a quid of chewing tobacco as well.
Yes,
That's a quid as well.
All right.
I heard that.
That wasn't so funny. No, actually, Bunker Hill, although a very savage battle, and fought about 4 times, a great picture by Copley about the death of Congressman Warren, who was the Speaker of your House, at the top of that mountain. In the end, it was a very expensive victory, but in the end, actually the Brits won
Yes, I guess he did.
The colonists killed a few of us before that.
But that ragtag group did an amazing job on a really professional outfit.
Yeah, they did.
I'm retired from the United States Navy.
Yes.
He was
After 30 years.
We have considerable picture of the United States Navy. It's of course the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, but we have two of the pens that signed the surrender.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, signed the Japanese surrender in that museum.
It doesn't tell right there.
It doesn't tell the date.
Right there. It was an edge layout.
Kitchen. Look at that
What a
stove.
stove, huh? The ovens and the...
There are two ovens?
Yeah.
Goodness. Is there any date in here as to what this period is they're representing? Looks close up here.
The stove is, but Nancy, you're right, it's about 1880. This ring was rediscovered, and these buildings were restored in 1980.
Yes. Hello, Dot. Aren't they? Ralph and Ed are where? Can't find them. Look at that heron standing. There's Ed. There's Ralph. Sweet music. There's Ralph standing on the corner. There's that beautiful clock tower. I'll probably get run over.
Well, Ed and I are standing on the opposite side of the canal from the Sparrowhawk, and gazing at one of our next door neighbors. Probably that pub won the prize as being the best pub in Chester in 1982. Now that may sound like a long time ago to most of you, but in terms of British years, it's a very short time. Now there's the Sparrowhawk sitting over there peacefully at the other side of the canal.
Hey, you on?
Okay, today is Tuesday. Visit the town and do a little more sightseeing. What time is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's or late. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh my Lord.
Tuesday in Chester.
Tuesday in Chester. What are we going to do today?
We're going to walk the wall and
We're
we're going to
go-
go over to the castle.
All right.
And then I think that's on the other side.
You know, Nancy?
King Charles stood on this tower September 24th, 1645, and saw his army defeated at Roughton Moor. Period.
Got it.
In the Caribbean. So I've driven on the opposite side of the road.
There you go. The scene of the gift shop here in the Chester Chapel. Ed and I have had a religious experience. We've been in this gift shop for about an hour. We thought maybe also we might pick up a bottle of Chester Cathedral wine for about $7 a bottle. Here's another view of the little gift shop. There, now we're inside the cathedral, looking at some of the mosaics on the walls. This is a view looking almost the full length of the cathedral. There's the pipe organ on the left.
We're just walking up the main street in Chester, and this lovely lady is playing beautifully. Ralph just went over and gave a tip.
There. Go up and see what they're doing. Hey man, I want to see if I can get you in full color first. There we go. There we are. I think I recorded you without I'm going to...
recording us now?
Yes, I am now.
Why would you do that without telling us?
Sorry. Well, I think I may have been recording the ground for a while.
Well, that's going to be good. That and my face are about the same.
All right, here we are in the Cathedral Chapel, and we're listening to the chimes, getting ready for Vespers, and we're coming by a group of people here who happen to be waiting for Vespers. Yes. And here we are scanning on down to the Rose Garden Church. Way up. This is in the event Ralph has not seen the glory of scanning way up there. We're committed to sitting there while I'm doing this, because they don't dare move. But we've got it. Okay.
Okay, here goes our fourth pot of soup. We have leeks, celery, onions, turnips, carrots, garlic, bouillon, and lentils. Isn't that beautiful?
Yep.
Okay, so that's on to cook. And fresh strawberries for dessert. This is, what day is this, Dot?
Wednesday.
This is Wednesday. And we've just left Chester in the rain, and we're cruising towards Barbary, looking for water. Looks a little better out right now. Dot and I have walked probably a couple of miles along the canal. Take a look at our wet-dressed crew. We are steaming ahead. Slickers, rain pants, boots on. Well, right now it's dry. Blocks. Oops, where'd they go? There they go. Where are they? There they are. Here comes a male. One's flying off. Thursday morning, is it, Ed? So, bright and sunny morning. We've just been at Barbridge.
I think that guy in the black boat.
This one? Yeah.
Was crazy to be high up that.
There's the Jolly Tar where we had a so-so dinner last evening.
They're just angry.
The daisies are out now and on the front bow, just cruising along, listening to the birds and seeing the wildflowers. On our way to Nantwich.
Getting ready for a busy afternoon.
Right. We'll be walking a lot in Nantwich. The village is a little distance, 15-minute walk from the canal. But up ahead we see some fishermen, the canal.
I don't understand.
And they keep it out there till we are just about under it. They're fully equipped. There he goes. He's not going to give up. He's giving way. Okay. Good morning. We're intruding. Guess that bird's top of the boat. That's the Benjamin. We've followed them around for a while. Fine, so we're going to pull in. He's on there now. This is Thursday. We're walking into Nantwich. I'm going to steal a peek in this garden because I love foxgloves. Pretty little garden. Another little peek at a pretty yard and house. Lovely. Dot's going to have her picture taken. And here's Ed. This is Newell and Ori. having a little chat with a local gentleman. Now we're going to stop at the church we saw in the distance a while ago. It was built in the 1100s. There it is.
What is that, Nance?
This is the church in Nantwich that was built in the 1100s. I guess that takes our attention before. Okay, we're shopping for more things to toss in our soup pot today. A couple parsnips, 4 carrots, and see what else we can find. Okay, that's our leek. And where's Ralph? Ralph just went over and bought cheese. We're inside the church now, and there's this lovely, it's the altar area, the complete scene, just beautiful. Don't know, there's another lectern that's in the form of an eagle. We need to learn about that.
Back into the towns, and there was very little for people to spend their money on. I mean, having got their roof over their head, their clothes and their food, they would put the money into their church. A fox lying under a tree church was added by the wealth of the knights coming back from the 100 Years' War and things like that. It was the biggest building in this town, biggest covered building, so that was used as a marketplace. The paving you see there was only put in the middle of the last century. It was soil. And therefore, and these gates would prevent animals being sold in that market from coming up to the holy area. And Christ would not have been best pleased about having his church full of, he would have thrown them all out as he did, yes, for the moneylenders and so forth. But nevertheless, in the time that we're talking about, the Roundheads in this particular town fought off the Cavaliers, the King's men. Unfortunately, the King's men lost, and there were 1,500 troops kept in here as prisoners, 30 of whom were shot. We found their bodies in this transept. They'd all been shot, musket balls, and they are buried. You see where the white font is? Mm-hmm. Well, beyond that, they were buried in the crypt. And to live these castles by themselves.
This is 1600.
In fact, a friend of mine who's just left and moved down south, he used to spend an enormous amount of time with dentist drills cleaning out all the dirt. From going bad. And of course the Romans were aware of that, and of course everybody else as well. And unfortunately, we lost this particular trade because in Northwich, which is just up the road from here, somebody was extracting coal, and they were digging into the ground, and they came across a salt mine. So we lost that.
No. All the different kneeling cushions have wonderful artistry.
Local industry.
This is the local industry pew. Each kneeling cushion has a different image on
Within
it.
30 miles of this church, there are, I was
Beautifully done.
15 million cattle in Cheshire. And that's why agriculture is one of the biggest industries in this area. The clothes are
Pulled over a huge door
that's
This 25 feet high. I just want to get this hymn.
I need it for $195.
Yeah.
I want to get that one. It's very interesting.
Okay, we're just leaving now. I just like the hymn. We're going to the little shop. This gentleman just told us why they need all of it. These large churches we've been in have church shops. They serve coffee, tea. One of them had a restaurant. They all are commercial in one respect. But this gentleman just told us that the church as a whole body lost I'm going to say it was $200 million in bad investments in the supermarkets. And now they're trying to recoup this money and are dependent on raising funds in this manner.
From the town square in Nantwich towards the museum, we just finished buying some candied ginger, and Nancy discovered from the lady at the cash register that Rolls Royces are made about 5 miles from here at Crewe. That's the place where we got the train.
Down there, but the canal is really quite high up on the little ridge. beginning our second week, and now the daisies are out. We hadn't seen many daisies before. And the buttercups and the corn just coming up. Beautiful. There's a directional sign that they have, like road signs along the canal. We're going to take a left here. And there'll be some more locks. Okay, we'll be climbing up here. We're going up 4 locks on our way to Wrenbury. Okay, we're over holding, waiting for this boat to come to be lowered in the lock. Okay, here they come. They've lowered the water, and they're lowering the blades now. And
now we're headed for the second lock at Hurlston. This gentleman here is a school teacher, and he has his daughter on board and one of her friends for a school break. And he's just informed Nancy and Dot that there are 25 other boats behind them. Another gentleman on the lock number 2. He's going to close up when we go in. Are you with this gentleman up here?
I'm the lock keeper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize. The gentleman back there is the lock keeper here. And this is the narrow lock that the other boat got jammed in the other day. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Our bow is right up at the head of the lock. Nancy is up there cranking away. And there's Dot. And here's the water rushing in. And we're going up. Fairly rapidly. Head is back there in the stern, keeping the boat positioned between the two gates. Usually there's a mark back there that he can follow. I know there's one up at this end. We're passing another boat after lock 2 and just before lock 3. This one has just come down. Morning. He's left the gate open, and we'll proceed to go in. The girls are going up to, there's the lock keeper.
beautiful rhododendrons are out now. Beautiful. Okay, here's Ralph and Ed finishing the last of the bitter.
Well, this happens to be Irish stout.
Irish?
An Irish stout, yeah.
Okay.
After a hard morning's work.
Okay,
Right.
how many locks did you go through this morning?
Just 6.
Huh.
6 lock.
Okay.
With the help of the crew, we managed to get here.
Okay, this is our final lunch. Our old famous soup pots on the stove.
Finally running out, huh?
Finally running out.
Nancy, why don't you walk through the boat? We showed the kitchen.
We have salads ready for lunch. This is our little kitchenette. Spice cabinet, window overlooking a scenic pastoral view. Oh, that's Dorothy. I'm a scenic pastoral view. She's the scenic view.
Dark, isn't it?
And another window looking out here, the cows. And this is the hall back to the back part of the boat. There's a bathroom in here. Just a little bit. This is okay. Let me go back, and this is the first bedroom. This is the one with the double bed. And well, I should have waited till we tidied up, I guess. Anyway, they have the warming closet here. There was a closet back there for this room. This is a back window that can be opened and an exit. We go back farther to another bathroom here. And this has a funny shower. call it a hip shower. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of hard to step out of, but it's good. And then we go back, and this is double bunks in this room. And they can also add another bunk above this one on the left. So the boat really can accommodate 7 sleeping. The window, and then there's the back stairs up to the tiller. It opens right up, and we go out. This is the tiller. Looking back there. Okay. This is the Sparrow Hut. Every day we have to have an adventure. We've just come back from our Friday adventure. Dot has a broken wrist. Her arm has been set, and it's in a cast. She flipped off the side of the boat and broke her wrist about 15 minutes before we came back into the basin. So we're walking over to the Dusty Miller, which is right, there's Ed, and we're waiting for Ralph to come, see if, is he coming across the street now? There's Dot going in. This is the Dusty Miller, which is right by the mill in Renbury. Yeah, we're right at Renbury Mill Basin, where we will return the boat. Here's the door.
Well, folks, that's it. That's the end of our 2 weeks on the English canals. We've had a wonderful time. After leaving the boat at Renbury, we then proceeded by train on to London, where we visited the Kew Gardens, St. Paul's Cathedral, the Museum of London, the British Museum. We took a bus tour of London, and then attended a concert of the at the Royal Horse Parade Ground. It was consisted of a band of approximately 400 members. This took up 4 nights and 5 days. Yes, and I shouldn't forget that our evenings, at 3 evenings, we attended 2 musicals and 1 comedy. The first musical was West Side Story, which we all enjoyed thoroughly. And then the next one was a comedy called Art. It was quite humorous, but we didn't always get all the points. The third night at the theater was for Mamma Mia, which is a new musical that's just opened up in London with music written by the ABBA group. It's called Mamma Mia. I'm sure you're going to hear more about it, and I'm sure it'll come to the States. Now, one more point that I may have missed earlier when we introduced the program. If your donations that you're sending for the Titcomb family tours will be using your credit card, don't forget to include with the credit card number the expiration date, please. Future tours that the Titcomb family tour group will take in will be titled Our Pre-Nursing Home Excursions. And so now, as we end up our program, let's have a toast. Oh, this glass seems to be empty. Well, anyway, let's have a toast to the crew. Edmund Titcomb, who was our skipper, Dot and Nancy Titcomb, who were our lock operators and our mess crew, and yours truly, the engineer, Ralph Titcomb. Until we see you on the next tour, here's to you.